Okay, this is Coach Dez here. This is week 9. This is the bonus game. The Saints versus the Bucks. Okay, let's go over some statistics real quick. Last year, in week 5, the Saints beat the Bucks 31-24. In week 11 last year, the Saints beat the Bucks 34-17. You got to remember, you got different quarterbacks. So last year, the Saints averaged 28.6 points per game, but they gave up 21.3 points per game. The Bucks averaged 28.6 points per game, but they gave up 28 points per game. This year, week 1, the Saints beat the Bucks 34-23. You got to remember, that's week 1. There was no preseason. We're out of the preseason. After the first 4 games, we're technically week 5 is actually week 1. So with that being said, this is not going to be the same game that you played the first time with. Okay? So the Saints are averaging 29 points per game, and they give up 28 points per game. So the defense got worse. The Bucks average 30.9 points per game, and they give up 20.6 per game. They gotten better, and they gotten better because of a quarterback and his favorite target. So let's look at how the Buccaneers can beat the Saints, and how the Saints can sweep the Buccaneers. So let's look at the Saints real quick. Okay, they have a pretty good run game. So they're averaging 4.5 and 4.3 rushing right and left. Right here down the middle is where they're the strongest. If you look at the first quarter, they're averaging 13.5, 10, 9.4 is where they get weak at, but they pick it back up in the fourth quarter at 12.5. So their overall average is 13.4. But I'm worried about the sacks. They're averaging 1.1 sacks per game, interception 0.6, fumbles 1. But the Bucks now, they don't give up a whole lot on pass running, because if you could look, they're only averaging between 2 and 3.5 on the ground. But if you're putting it in the air, they give up more yardage in the air down the middle at 10.76 and to the left at 12. If you look at the numbers, 12.2, 13 in the first quarter, 11.4, 10 in the second quarter. They drop off in the third, but look at the passing to the right, 15.6, 15.4. Then they come back to the middle at 10.6. So there's some fluctuation there with the defense, but look at this. They have 11 sacks in the second, and in the fourth quarter, they're averaging 3.75 sacks per game. So the Bucks is definitely going to get something in sacks on you. Interceptions, they're averaging 1.6. They will get that. They're averaging 1 fumble per game. And look at where the fumbles are coming from the sacks. 11 and 3. 11 and 3. I do believe they will get some fumbles when they sack the quarterback. So in order for the Saints not to have a costly turnover, they need to focus on, once they are ahead, stop being a gunslinging quarterback and run the ball. You got a good receiver back there. I will just run the ball. You only need 10 yards for a first down. Keep it on the ground. That's how you can sweep the Bucks. But let's see what the Bucks can do to win this game. Okay, the Buccaneers are a lot better now than they were in the first game that they played. Now, if you look at the numbers, they're a little slow coming off, But down the middle in the first quarter, 14.6. Then they come out to the second quarter, and they're averaging 12.2 passing right. Then they're passing right and down the middle and back to the passing right. They're averaging 12.4 and 12 just passing. And you know that quarterback, he loves to throw the ball. And you know who his favorite target is. So I expect them to connect each and every time. So if you really want some points to that, have them as your pair. I will match this pair up as well as the Saints pair. You're going to get a lot of points with these four. But again, look at this right here. 4 and 5 in sacks so far this year. You're averaging 1.4 sacks per game. Interceptions, 0.5. Fumbles, 1. Again, look at this first quarter. This is where you're losing all your fumbles to. You need to get this under control. Turnovers is the biggest issue. Whoever turned the ball over the most, and whatever team capitalized on those turnovers is going to win this game. This is going to be a very close game. I have to tell you that. But look at the Saints defense. They don't give up much either. You're definitely not going to run on them, but you definitely will pass on them right down this middle here. And you know, and I know that your favorite target is good at going up the middle. Look at what they're giving up. 13.5 in the first quarter, 30 yards in the second quarter, 12.7 in the third, 13.4 in the fourth. They're averaging 17.4 down the middle. Your favorite target, that's where you hit them at each and every time. If you look at it, 12 yards per passing down the middle. You're going to connect with him each and every time down there. But your problem is this. Look at this. 7 sacks they have so far in the fourth quarter. 7 sacks in the first quarter. They're coming after you strong. So look at them. That's 2.6. They're going to get these 3 sacks. Interception, 0.7. Fumbles, 1. They're going to get these fumbles. They may not get 6 of them, but I think they're going to get 3 of them. So again, you need to hold on to the ball. Whoever has the most turnovers and you're able to capitalize on those turnovers is going to win this game. This is going to be a very, very, very close game. So with that being said, I have the Saints 29, the Buccaneers at 30.5. I got the Bucs winning this game by 3. I have to give it to the Buccaneers. With that being said, peace out.